Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I'm going to go back to my 80s marathon and go a little bit backwards now, back to 1986. That's right, back to 1986, about knocking down to another date film starring Richard Gere and Jim Bassender. Sort of a erotic, sort of a love story, sort of everything, as well as being a bit of an action thriller. That being No Mercy. That's right, No Mercy. Now, I do remember reviewing No Mercy before, and I do remember the main villain in it. And to be open and honest, the main villain in this should have been exactly like that in The Living Daylights, because he played a Bond villain in The Living Daylights. I think at the time they wanted to make The Living Daylights still a PG rated, so they couldn't show any fights like you see in No Mercy, which was a big mistake, and I thought it would have had more of an impact. I have to say, over the years, when License to Kill come out, they decided the hell with the PG rating and went darker to the 15. This, however, I thought it was an 18. It's not a bad film. You've got a bit of music that sort of drags a bit. It goes all the way through the film. It goes dee, 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 and we'll do the rest. And that's the start up. Done by All Stars, which is well known for doing a lot of films of that era. And you start off, you've got two cops, one being Richard Gere and his partner, and the undercover in his car pace, pretending to wash cars. And they get these people, you've got an idea of pushing drugs, and they're going to do them because it turns out to be a bit of jazz, so you know what I mean, a bit of slap on the hand. And he talks about hitting this guy, like a hitman. And that's when they meet Jim Bassender. They meet this guy, very business looking, very, snooper, and so on. But then he gets killed, he gets blown up by a missile with our main villain. And Richard Gere's partner gets killed. I do know it was heavily cut when they re-released it on TV, but this is the one I've got, the uncut one. It's not really a lot to run on and get excited about. He gets stabbed. But you get to hear later on that there's a lot more to that. There's a lot more gruesome, but you don't actually see it. They thought they killed Richard Gere, but obviously they wouldn't, because it wouldn't be the end of the bloody film if they did. And then basically it's a cat and mouse. He finds Jim Bassender and he puts handcuffs on her. I don't think after that it becomes a different knot. But it just becomes action pumping in a nightclub, he's shooting people left, right, and centre. And I do love the song what we used in the end of the film, which I've seen the music video of it, well-known song, well-known singer sang it. And I can't remember how it goes now. I'm not going to do the rest, I'll kill it. But anyway, so yeah, you've got the main villain, and this villain it's like I said, I just wish it was like that in The Living Daylights, because he's got this big dock-off knife. He doesn't give a shit if you're a kid, doesn't give a shit if you're a woman, doesn't give a shit if you're a man. He'll just kill you. He'll duck you, kill you, no arsing about, right? The debate where Richard Gere meets this woman, he got an idea, he does tattoos, and he says a line, is it night or is it day? Sorry? Is it night? Is it day? It's night. There you go. You do know something. Don't lie to me. That's what I love that scene when he says that line. When he gets stabbed, you get the sound effects of a screaming, but you got ideas he's been knifed. You got one guy, he's based on like a Snoopy type of guy, which Gere tries to get information out of. And if you think you've seen him before, he played in 2 other Die Hard films. He's one that gets smacked in the face by Bruce Willis's wife at the end. He also played in the original Ghostbusters. In this, he plays a similar Snoopy type of guy. He's a business guy. You got the idea he's a relative member, brother of the one who got killed, the car explosion. So you got him in it and so on. But like I say, I love the bit where he's on the boat and you got like he's in this water. You got the idea that Jim Bassender does not be able to read in the film. We all got disabilities. And you sort of feel sorry for Jim Bassender's character in this. I think he just do a good performance. He's just there when Jim Bassender was set roughly about the same age, did the erotic film 9.5 weeks. So, he's just basically a set symbol in that era. So it's quite good to see her do this performance where she actually makes you feel sorry for her character. She tells a story and it makes you feel sorry for her. But this is what pees me off, because Richard Gere does the right thing, right? Just the right thing. But there's these 2 coppers, I was going on ahead of myself here. There's these 2 coppers who are basically just dicks, and they basically just telling him to, well, one of them's more of a dick, one of them does some advice. and no one just basically told him to fuck off, basically. Well, he gets arrested, Richard Gere, and the boss gets pissed off. He hears about it. I love that he gets older, he dies. He says, "Listen here, dickhead, I want him washed, clean, safe, and in a few minutes, and not want him in this shithole." Don't like Richard Gere, and he mentions he doesn't like Richard Gere, but he's disgusted in what happened to his partner. He's disgusted in the way dirtiness is going across, money talks, and these scumbags are doing what they're doing. So basically told him to kick ass. So he lets him off, and that's when again it comes to doing. There's a bit of bonking in a bit here and there with Jim Passenger, but again it's not like 9.5 weeks, which is just an excuse for bonking, 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 and bonking. It does have a story to that. So the villain then goes looking for Richard Gere. There's an house fire. One guy gets his throat slit. Richard Gere gets his street revenge, kills the badass, stabs the fucker, and then ultimately he's got the star, the American seal, what the cops have. He says, see this shithead? It belonged to my partner. And he puts it on him, leaves his body. There are bits now, though, I think, would they get away with a film like this now, because there's a few scenes in it where he slaps Jim Passenger. Richard Gere actually slaps Jim Passenger. Not once, but twice. And I'm thinking, would they get away with a film like that nowadays? A woman gets slapped. You know what I mean? But I see where the film's going at that scene. I mean, I'm not justifying a man hitting a woman, but I'm just seeing I see what the story is at that scene, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he kills the main villain. He walks off with Jim Passenger. You get that song that I butchered a little bit off. Happy ending. And I like No Mercy. It was a popular film back in its heyday, back in 1986. It came out roughly the same year when The Fly come out, one of my favourite remakes. It came out when a lot of other movies come out in 86. What a damn good day in 1986. Hell with it. What a damn good lad in there. Because when you think about it, you had The Fly, you had the movie I reviewed being picked up in a little China. You had other films, you had Blue Velvet, what became a total classic, also Will Barbison sang to. You had a lot of good films in that era, so No Mercy was very popular, it was very rentable in its day, you know what I mean? There was the era when Jim Passenger was still making it big, and like I say, this was the same year when Jim Passenger was bonking Mickey Rourke, but to be honest, I prefer No Mercy, because there's a lot of action in it. Like I say, you've got the Jake Cartier scene in the nightclub where he's shooting baddies left, right, and centre. You've got the bit where he's on the boat. Okay, it's not really action there. You've got another car chase scene, another bit where the car goes underwater, and Jim Passenger and Richard Gere swimming in the water. You know what I mean? It sounds sad, really. I mean, I know Richard Gere now isn't getting any longer. Life sucks, same as Jim Passenger, but it's good to go back into an era, let's say, like No Mercy. You watch Phil like that, a bit of a story to it. And it's good to see a good performance. Jim Passenger, and she was pretty, she was long, nice to look at. Richard Gere doing a really good performance. It's not a bad one. If you're into Phil's of that golden era from 1986, you're into action films, check it out. Fuck it. A 3-star rating. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.